Now let's explore one of the other important feature that Eva AI has, which is KPI-based main optimization. The idea behind is that usually the PPC manager needs to optimize the targets, campaigns, frequently, but sometimes they missed some of the opportunities, or they missed some of the important errors that might cause overspend. This module is responsible for checking the accounts, the targets performance, the campaigns and targets performance, and update the bids if necessary in order to optimize the account and improve the account's performance overall. This feature takes actions either in every 3 days or every day. It depends on the situation. If the part of the optimization which is responsible for optimizing the bids by checking the performance in last 30 days. In this case, the system takes action in every 3 days, because not always a good choice to update the bids every day. We decided to let targets perform in 3 days, or if necessary, the system does not also change the bids in every 3 days. It depends on the case. On the other hand, sometimes PPC manager or the AI itself might increase the bids a lot, and the result action is maybe they're spending a lot of money and does not get any conversion after this recent update. So if this is the case, the system check every day the performance of that targets and reduce the bids some certain amount of percent if necessary to prevent overspending. And also the other situation that might useful to use this everyday checking system mechanism of this feature. Sometimes AI reduce the bids, or if PPC manager create a campaign that the bids might be low, so system check the bids, that kind of bids, which that target does not have a lot of click or impression. Even sometimes it increase the bids really small percentage, and to catch up the competition and let the target perform properly by increasing its bids. So we have 2 different KPIs that really helpful for customer to choose in terms of the account optimization. One of them is ACOS. As you can see, we require customer to set their targeted ACOS. We also include break-even ACOS here, which is the point that customer, if either they access this amount, this percentage, which means that the advertising is not profitable. If the target ACOS or actual ACOS is less than that amount, which means that customer is profitable. Since this 1.5% is not high, which means that the customer is not profitable actually. Setting up a targeted ACOS as 45% might not be a good choice. I highly recommend you to set, if this is the case, if this break-even ACOS is low, I highly recommend you to set the target ACOS in last 30 days actual ACOS, below than last 30 days actual ACOS actually. In that way, the system can optimize the campaign and maintain the current ACOS value. And gradually, you can decrease this target ACOS to reach the lowest ACOS to fulfill the break-even ACOS actually. In this case, we should inform customer that their business is not profitable. Maybe they require to invest some money in advertising without not expecting to get any profit. once the product get the orders and increase their bestseller ranks, the customer can increase their pricing to increase the break-even ACOS. Actually, there are plenty of tactics that can be followed in that case. We also require customer to set, right now the PPC manager can set these values, the maximum bit. This is the maximum bit that system increase the bits until that threshold actually. So which means that every time the AI takes some actions to increase the bits, it cannot access $10 in target bits. We require that information because we don't know whether the customer willing to pay more or not. So this is the limit that prevent the overbidding issue actually. The other KPI is TACOS. We require again customer to set targeted TACOS here. Since we don't know the campaign level total sales, we cannot set campaign level target to TACOS. I will explain the meaning of this term very soon. Basically, if customer, for example, type 30 here, the system calculates this 30 target TACOS value and and turn this target TACOS value to the target ACOS. And again, in campaign level, the system consider this target ACOS value actually. And also check whether it's fulfilled the targeted TACOS value eventually. This is the other feature that might really useful, especially for the client that has their concerns about the overall profitability. The ACOS, if we select the ACOS as a main KPI, we should enter some targeted ACOS here in an account level. But since every campaign does not have the same profitability, does not have the same advertised product, which means that the profitability, it might depends on product by product. We allow user also set campaign level targeted ACOS. For example, if there is no targeted ACOS that basically changed here, the system consider the account level target ACOS, but you can always modify this target ACOS here. Before I start, I would like to check the last 30 days ACOS value actually in overall account structure. In last 30 days data, the account have 65% target ACOS, the actual ACOS. So in this case, the 45% targeted ACOS in account level makes sense. But again, we should definitely check it in an account level, what is happening. I will inform the team regarding these bugs also. It's essential to user to update this target ACOS in campaign level by also checking the last 30 days ACOS value of the campaign. We highly recommend our PPC managers to set up as a target ACOS in campaign level, set up a value less than the actual ACOS in last 30 days. So that to improve the let system might to improve the AI's working structure actually, because like for example in this campaign the ACOS is 54%. We set up a 33 target ACOS value. What system do is let's expand the target sets first. The system basically check each target that this campaign have and analyze the best performing one. Best performing meaning less than the target ACOS, which that target has the less than this ACOS value, less than the target ACOS in last 30 days. Let's expand these campaigns and see their targets. Okay. And for example, keyword rose, quartz crystal, phrase match keyword has 61% ACOS with 38 orders. If we don't want to lose these 38 orders, and if 61% is less than my break-even ACOS, I can set the campaign level ACOS value as a target ACOS like around 61%. But in this case, since my campaign level target ACOS is 32, the system basically updates this target speeds and in every 3 days and reduce its speed until this target works like below this 32 ACOS value. On the other hand, rose quartz rock keyword, for example, has 8% ACOS, which is below the target ACOS. So every 3 days, the system checks the last 30 days data of this keyword, and increase its speed so that, there is a room to improve this target. So in this case, system reduced this target speeds, but on the other hand, it increased this well-performing keyword speeds to fulfill the target ACOS value in campaign level and also improve the account's profitability. On the other hand, as you can see, there's this targets with zero spending. So in every day, the system increased its bids like one cent, or like it depends on the game, the structure of the algorithm of the main optimization, but it slightly increases bids. The system slightly increases this target space until it gets some clicks, because we need performance of these keywords to evaluate whether it's a good keywords or not. So if you want to track the actions of that AI have, you should click this watch icon, or you can go AI decisions, which I will show within a short period of time. Let's refresh the page. I don't know why it's slow today, but obviously our front-end developers were working on this page, and probably something might just done wrong. Due to this bug also, I can tell it wasn't like this before. By clicking the history icon, you can see the account level budget changes, which is not the main automation's responsibility. Let's expand it by targets again. Let's click here. You can track every action that AI have in this history icon and in target level. Also, you can check these actions in AI decisions menu under bid decisions tab. And you can filter by campaign. Let's take this one, for example. And I don't want to see the last 7 days data. Let's go to June 1. to July 31. So AI basically doesn't take any actions. I can set multiple campaigns as a filter. Yes. For example, in this campaign, in this substitute target, the system takes some actions in 11th of the May. The action was basically reducing the bits by 10%. The previous bit was 20 cents and the new bit is 18 cents. It's basically, you can basically check these targets last 30 days, 21, 14, 7, and last day's data and try to track the effect of these updates. But please note that due to the attribution, we don't get this last 14th and 7th days data properly. But as far as I can see, after this change, we lose some of the sales to compare with the last 30 and 21 days. And also due to the loss of the sales, the ACOS has increased. One of the important thing of this action, please note that like in last 30 days, it was there was a prime days, so that's why might be this the performance of these targets is better. You can always like keep these kind of things in your mind to make a better analysis. Otherwise, you can think that like the AI is not working, but on the other hand, the effect of this loss of performance might be some other issues, which I mentioned earlier. Again, I would like to go back to the analytics page. You can pause account level optimization by toggling off this system rules enable. But in this case, the rest of this features is not working. But if you just pause the system rules, please note that you can let the system run in selected campaigns actually. Basically, by clicking the analytics page and activating the automation status in campaign level. Let's assume that like all of these automation status the icon is red. I think I can do it like this: campaign automation status disable. So let's assume that like all campaign has this icon and the system rules is disabled. I can basically update the campaign level automation status by clicking the edit drop down list and clicking the enable automation button, and let the AI optimize only these campaigns. This is the case that sometimes customer want us to not touch any other campaigns except the campaign that has Eva name on its naming. So if this is the case, this is something that we can do. But on the other hand, we highly recommend you to enable the system rules in account levels so that they use the other feature that our Eva AI have. And if you want to exclude some of the campaigns, like the PPC managers down here, you can pause the automation status in campaign level, which means that the optimization is not running in these campaigns. This one is VCPM campaigns. PPC managers is probably thinking, I would like to increase the bits if necessary. I don't want to run any AI feature in this campaign since the bidding strategy is VCPM. But this is the choice that like it's up to you. Again, I think I mentioned the other functionality of this analytics menu. You can select multiple campaigns and edit their automation status. And you can also edit the target ACOS value. I think setting up a new value is a good way to update the target ACOS, but I think we also need to some functionality like we did in budget, not the automation status. And we also enable user to increase target ACOS by percent or by amount. So we definitely add this functionality to our system in the future. That's all I can explain about the main automation. To summarize, please make sure that you set up a correct target ACOS value or target TACOS value in account level settings by considering the break-even ACOS. Break-even ACOS is applicable only if the customers upload their cost of goods information to our system. Otherwise, it will probably be higher than actual break-even ACOS value. Always set the target ACOS value lower than the break-even ACOS, unless it's this is too low. 2% is to fulfilling the 2% of ACOS is meaningless in this case, unless the customer have the bestseller products with thousands of reviews, etc., etc. Because we need the organic sales support to fulfill this break-even ACOS also. Otherwise, we invest money and the result probably is not as expected in the advertising point of view. And the other most important thing is setting up a campaign, different target ACOS value in campaign level by checking the campaign's last 30 days performance. And always remember, system check last 30 days data and compare the targeted ACOS with the actual ACOS value. It tends to reduce the bits of the low-performing targets within the same campaign, and it's reduced their bits. And if their ACOS is less than the targeted ACOS value in campaign level, it increase those targets bits according to the performance of the target with different ratios.